Buttigieg was doing the Sunday show routine, as he seems to do virtually every single week. Had an interesting little tidbit here.
He's got a lot of things to tell. Why do you think that it has not penetrated the American public?
Well, look, these things don't sell themselves, and it's one of the reasons I'm really looking forward to that State of the Union address. I will say that there have been so many accomplishments under this administration, it can be difficult to list them in a distilled way.
What's difficult for me, Dave, is watching the Rear Admiral constantly go out there and try to be a good little boy so he can be the next Democratic nominee when he has no chance of that whatsoever, and yet he continues to debase himself on television every Sunday. I kind of cringe.
Yeah, I mean, look, the obvious answer to the question that was asked to Buttigieg is that 41% of Americans say that they're worse off economically than they were when Joe Biden took over, which is like basically a record for that poll. You can spin a lot of things, but I mean, you can't spin the grocery bill, and everybody sees it. So look, there's not a lot of answers. I guess the good news for them is that they're about as far away from an election as you can be, but not a lot of bright spots for Biden these days.
So what do? Dave, do they dump him? Is all this classified intel stuff an op, a Democrat op, like I think it is, to dump him? Or are they going to ride this pony again into 2024?
I don't know. I believe it was Julian Castro. I don't want to get the wrong brother, but just today, very prominent Democrat, just today tweeted out something that sounded a whole lot like maybe Biden isn't the guy we want to go with. And he's doing that the day before the State of the Union address. So there's certainly rumblings, but look, I don't know who makes that call, right? Does Barack Obama make that call? Does Anita Dunn? I mean, I have no idea how that works, and I'm not sure anybody really does.
Talk about the border for just a brief moment. You have a piece out, well, it came out recently in the Daily Mail about Joe Biden and the border. Why has Joe Biden opened up our border?
Look, I think the basic answer to that is that this is what most Democrats want. And I think, you can have different theories about why that is. They assume that these people will vote Democrat is one of the theories. My theory is just kind of generally that they don't view this as a problem because they don't face it much as a problem like people on the border do. Now, we see a little crack in that now because it's become a big problem in New York. And now, Democrats like Eric Adams are like, hey, Mr. President, you have to do something. Eric Adams isn't going to get so much as a cold cup of coffee from Joe Biden on this issue. On a national level, the Democrats just don't care. This is what they want.
Support the First TV today and get instant access to exclusive specials like Who is Ron DeSantis, the history of FBI scandals, and America's worst presidents. Visit thefirsttv.com/support or download the First TV app to become a supporter and start watching today.